Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek and Ash. Today Ash and I are going to review a film in the name of Jobs. Jobs stars an actor by the name of Ashton Kutcher, and pretty much the main plot of Jobs is we have pretty much a true story on, of course, our character of Steve Jobs, and it starts off in the early or mid 80s, is that correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
It starts off in the 80s, and it goes off to where he started Apple pretty much as a technology junkie with all his friends in his garage. Started off as kind of a hobby, and it got serious as it went on. And then after it got a little more serious, he slowly goes from working in technology, working with different companies such as Microsoft and stuff. And after he gets screwed over several times, he finally becomes the CEO of Apple. That's not really a spoiler if you know about Steve Jobs' life and biography. Anyways, but that's the main plot of the film called Jobs, starring Ashton Kutcher. So Ash, as always, I'll have you go first. What did you think of Jobs?
Okay. First off, I give the film a 10 out of 10. I really do. I think the acting was great. I think just the achievement story of it all was really great as well.
Right. Feel free to get spoilers.
I definitely don't feel like it's like a number one film in my mind. Like, I don't think it'll make my top 10.
Right. I don't think it will either, but I still think it gave...
But I do think it is an excellent movie. I think the acting was, just great.
I still think it gave Steve Jobs justice. Do you think so?
Yes, absolutely.
Gave justice?
Absolutely.
Because obviously they made this film because if he died. What did he die of? Was it a heart attack? I forget. Anyways, I still, that's why they made the film, because of his death. And I do believe...
Like a memorial kind of film. Which, was great. And the film was great. The acting was great. The story was great. I loved it all. But I don't think it's going to be in my top 10.
Right. So what are some of the things you liked about it? Like a good little few minutes about that. That way the video doesn't get too long. What's some things you liked about it?
I just really liked
What'd you think?
Everything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty impressed with the casting job.
How similar they look.
How closely they look to the real life people.
Right.
Was so phenomenal.
Right. Now, what did you think of Ashton Kutcher?
Ashton Kutcher was great. He did a great job.
Yeah.
I love him as an actor.
I love his face. Lately he's been in a lot of comedies.
This is probably one of my favorite films that he's in.
Since Butterfly Effect.
Since The Guardian.
Well, Guardian, I forgot about that.
I think The Guardian.
Well, they came out on the same time. That's why I said they came out at the same time. And I love his facial expressions. I love how similar he looks, especially when he's older.
Yeah.
It's only he's only there for a few minutes, but I also love the way his hands moved around. I really felt like he was a perfect choice for Steve Jobs. The way I don't know Steve Jobs personally. I don't even really know much about him until this movie came out. And I know they probably dramatized things just a tad. But what I love about this movie the most, can you say something? Can you say that anymore? Okay. What I love about this movie the most was besides Ashton Kutcher, was how motivated it felt like it made you be. For me at least, once I saw this film, it made me want to go succeed in life. It had a message to it. It motivated me to say, hey, I need to stop messing around in my life, and I actually need to get motivated and do something. That way, it makes you want to succeed in not be like Steve Jobs, but succeed in the same way Steve Jobs did. And I really love that motivational message that it has. Did you get that same message? Especially,
there's definitely a motivational message there.
Especially at the end.
Where
he says everything is limitless. I love the script. He says everything is limitless. Everything is possible. All you have to do is put your mind to it. It's a very simple message, but a great script.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
did. Dialogue was great.
Yeah. So you did get that same feel that I did.
There's definitely a inspirational, go after your dreams thing going on.
Yeah. So I'm glad that I wasn't the only one that thought that. Was there another person besides Ashton Kutcher that caught your interest?
Yes.
Who would that be?
Pretty much his best friend, the dude that is like putting all the computers together.
The one because Steve Jobs, Ashton Kutcher's character, Steve Jobs, he's more of a marketer.
Well, he was like coming up with the
ideas, and his friend was the actual technology junkie that knew what he was doing. He was great, especially the sentimental scene where he said, "Hey, I have to leave. You've changed. You know, it wasn't the company that changed; it was you that changed." And then I love the little quote he says about how we are the crazy ones, and it was kind of because there wasn't really never a sentimental scene between those two, besides that, you know, them coming together. But that whenever the little radio quote he said at the end, where he said, you know, we are the crazy ones, this is limitless, that was a nice ode, you know, hat off to all the characters saying, you know, I'm sorry for what I've done, you know, I apologize, I shouldn't have done that, and now that I've said this on the radio, we're good now. You feel the same way? Yeah, and I just love that. Overall, the film was a great story. Like I said earlier, to sum up what I said, the best thing about it is the sentimental message that I have, you know, the great, you know, motivational message that really makes you want to succeed. And overall, the story is great, and it really feels like, you know, a personal journey where you can, because I'm not really interested in Apple or iPod or anything like that, but I never really realized how important he was to iTunes and stuff like that. Of course, the CEO would be of Apple, but I never really realized how important iTunes was until I saw this movie. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's pretty much my thoughts and opinions on Jobs. Do you have anything last you want to say about it? Favorite thing about the movie? Favorite thing?
I liked it all.
Everything? Okay, that'll work then. Once again, thanks for watching another video review by Centipede Geek and Ash for our review of the film starring Ashton Kutcher called Jobs. Once again, thanks for watching the video by Centipede Geek. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to that page below. We'll see you guys later with more videos.